So now that I have my shed that is in pieces and I'm sure will have to be reworked, I need a place to put it. And my dad and I have been talking about where I can put this because he's sure it's going to be ugly and he doesn't want to look at it. And the place where I have a lot of my wood, he's taken over and I'm not allowed to go up to because he doesn't want the deer to be disturbed. So we've been talking about it and we're going to end up putting this shed and my place to mess with all this wood over here on the edge of our property at a different spot that it's going to solve two problems. Back in this corner here is just where we put junk, get rid of debris and whatnot. And what we're going to do here is pretty straightforward. So like right now we dump any kind of debris that we have or over this little cliff here down into that gully, and we're gonna leave this area as it is over here, but we're gonna use it for what we're doing here today. But basically all this over here is land that we have to push back every once in a while. Like right now we have a pile of rocks there and it's just sort of a storage area for materials and just kind of a junk area of our property that we can make more useful. What we intend to do is push all of this back and flatten it as best we can and take this back a little bit into the bamboo, but not so much to take out the bamboo all the way, because we don't want a line of sight from the house to this area back here, because it'll probably be kind of ugly as I do what I do with it. But over here goes up into the hill that in the land clearing videos that I did, you can probably even see it just a little bit through the trees, but the excavator basically put all of the scrap wood and branches and whatnot and basically shoved it over that cliff up there. So behind these trees and bushes and whatnot is a big pile of just wood coming down a hill. So we'll back this all up as close as we can get to that and just try and get a flat area here. And for now, we'll probably take this tree out today, and there's this big sycamore that we'll end up cutting down, but that likely won't happen today, but we'll clear around it. And if our contractor thinks he can knock it down with the equipment he has and get the stump out, great. If not, we'll figure that out another day. Just it'll be accessible. And yeah, so that's the plan. And any kind of stuff that comes out of here, we will dump over that edge over there. And yeah, that's what we're trying to do here today. And then my shed will go in here somewhere. But, you know, obviously this is a lot of space, and I'll end up setting up my neighbor's bandsaw mill over here somewhere, and this is where I'll cut all that lumber that I have collected up top from that land clearing as well. And I'm thinking for the long term, I'm gonna take the time to build some kind of pretty large pavilion over here that will be a new storage area, but covered storage. So stuff that, you know, doesn't need to be inside, but you don't really want in the weather either. And then we'll have a nice spot to store stuff, including my lumber for now. And yeah, we'll see. So excavator should be here in a half hour or so, and then we're gonna get working on it. My dogs are enjoying a little bit of time before I have to put them away and get to work here today. It's always something around here. Leo's getting to work. We have sort of a game plan of what we want to do, and he's just sort of going to start working on it and see how the bamboo comes down. And as it gets cleared out, he'll see the terrain back here and what we'll get out of it. Right? Yeah. This is our dumping spot. Yep. Well, when we got the land cleared up here, as this gets cleared out, this whole hillside was where we threw all of our just extra crap from when we cleared the top of the hill here. And I just he just dumped it over the edge. It's just, there's a lot of wood up there. Doesn't quite work like that 70,000 pound behemoth that was here, but it can still rip trees out of the ground. Our freaking peacocks are so opportunistic. It goes, ooh, dirt, let's find some bugs. We're busy over here. So that's what the bottom of the pile the excavator made from the last job. And some of the stumps that rolled down the hill. Leo has just been informed that that little tree can go. Sorry, little tree. Well, that's day one of the process. Pretty much roughed in. Now using the excavator is not quite as ideal because we're almost at the stage of, doing the leveling and putting the grade in here. But you should be able to get it done tomorrow with that. Close enough, it doesn't have to be perfect for this job. And then the fun task of taking down this sycamore, and then I can chop it up and add that to my pile to be bandsaw milled. Not popular wood, but it's free. Got the dogs giving it an inspection after day one. Good job, Hannah. How's it look? What do you think, May? You doing a good job? A little Formosan at home in the bamboo. peacock just has to know what's going on over here. Okay, we are at the point where we're gonna try and take the sycamore tree down. Our excavator that we had here, that was a professional land clearer, he had quite the method that I think I saw him do. Basically, he would dig out the roots, but he would leave the side that he wants it to basically hinge on. He wouldn't really touch that. That would help it go in the direction he wanted it to go. So we're gonna try to mimic that, and hopefully this works. Because this tree wants to basically fall, if it was to just be cut, it would want to fall basically right here. And what we want is for it to fall, well, in the direction that Leo's sitting with the excavator right now. So anything in between the two is fine, but we don't want it to fall on the excavator, which shouldn't be a problem. We're going to basically, you know, just try and push it out from here. That's the plan anyways. We'll see what happens. Come on! Yeah! Go on! Timber! Woohoo! Yeah! Go on! Timber! Woohoo! It's down now. Good job, Leo.
Quite where I wanted it, but
close enough.
Trust me, at
the
end of the day, it had a mind of its own.
Now, what I'm curious about is that a dead body under it? That was just dumped here back in the day. Look at all this random stuff that was underneath our sycamore tree. Yeah, there's one.
This is a milk bottle. They're worth like $3.
Whoa! Ah. Now what's this one here?
There's a couple down there. See them down on the bottom.
This here, this one. Oh, that's another tire. I didn't see that one. What the heck? Ooh, this one's still looking pretty good. There's even a bottle
cap.
Whatever that white thing is, it's sealed. What the heck?
Yeah, there's a couple more down there. They don't look like the real old ones, but
No.
still neat.
Which is, you know, curious of just how old was this sycamore tree.
I'm guessing that's like the 50s. They look like they're mass produced.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, you know, they used to throw tires and stuff in the river, so that's not entirely surprising.
Right. A lot of this stuff is that silt.
Yeah, oh yeah, this is all the silt and dirt. Because basically they dredged up the river and dumped it there or up here, so it's everywhere in between. Now Now you see them? Now you don't. Damn stump. Goodbye. Hello world, I shouldn't be allowed to be doing this. So somehow in my contractor's infinite wisdom at the end of the day here, I said, hey, when you're done, do you mind if I use it for a little bit? And he said, oh yeah, I trust you, you won't break this thing. Here we go, I'm gonna try to take care of some of this bamboo here that he didn't touch, that my dad said can go. Move these logs, maybe cut the last ones. I only got about an hour till it's dark, so I'll stop when it's dark. And just kind of mess around with it a little bit, see what I can accomplish, and not break anything. Nothing like some early morning excavation bugs. Crazy peacocks. Meep meep. Now we're gonna flip-flop equipment to do the finish work on this. I think we really need the dozer. So the excavator, it's done its job. Now we're gonna get this dozer off here to get it nice and graded the way we want it. Transfer complete. Oh God, now I'm in a dozer. But I'm just gonna move it. I'm not gonna do any of the grading because that's a skillful thing, and I'm sure I could operate this thing, but to get what we're trying to do, I'll let Leo do it. Just about finished. Got a second piece of equipment in here, but I think we're getting a good result. Oh boy, now I've been given permission to use the 6-way dozer. Hello everyone. Making it nice and flat. Well, it's certainly not perfect, but I think for someone who's never run a dozer before, I did pretty well. Basically, I cut off the top of that little mound and the top of this little mound, tried to get it back there, and made the swale a little bit further back, and cut that corner further back there. But I think this is gonna be good enough. So my new area is officially done. That area will still be our dumping edge for organic type materials. This side here will be mine now, as long as I leave access over there so we can get over there. And who knows, that'll be like a staging area or just another flat spot to put stuff. And then over here will likely be where I store all my lumber. That's the idea anyways. And whatever else I might get up to over here. It'll give me the ability to get something big that my dad doesn't want to look at. And I'll say, I don't care, Dad, it's in my area. That's what you have to do when you share a property.
And of course, this video stemmed from me needing a place to put the free shed I took, which of course is for the free 60-inch cookies of red oak I collected, which of course I need to get milled into thinner pieces and store under the shed, which of course I need to rebuild. In the next video of this series that randomly gets a progress update. If you enjoyed the clearing of my Shanty Town, please give the video a like. And if you don't want to miss out when I get one shed and lumber built and cut up, please subscribe. And until next time, have a good one.